Hello everyone, this is Mr. Informal back with the latest and greatest Mr. Informal podcast. Again, I go by the name of Mr. Informal. There are 4 topics for this podcast. 162 of the Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you are doing well and happy Independence Day. Certainly, it's hot, it's summer. Finally, have fireworks outside. It's going to be a great Independence Day. So, please do not forget to add me on Instagram, MisterInformal. Check out my website, mrinformal.com, mrinformal.com. Got some great stuff there. Got some articles, trends, and some latest and greatest news in the world of fashion and tech. And so, what are the 4 topics for the Mr. Informal Podcast 162? Well, Louis Vuitton runway show broke records in terms of viewership. Number 2, Timberland is getting into recycled items, refurbished or used items. Number 3, Pac Sun is going genderless in their youth division. And last but not least, finally, some great news for retail stores. Store closure are on a decline. So that's going to be good. So those are the 4 topics for this Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you listen to me from beginning to end. And so let's go ahead and start the podcast. So as for the first topic from hypebeast.com, Louis Vuitton's spring-summer 2022 broke records with 130 million live stream report says. Wow, to 130 million viewers. So, Louis Vuitton Spring-Summer 2022 runway show broke records in China with over 130 million live stream views, according to a new report released by Morgan Stanley on Wednesday. The report cites Chinese industry newsletter Fashion Business Daily, which states on Chinese social media platform Weibo, the June 24 show achieved viewership 44 million, a significant portion of the 130 million viewers worldwide. On Kyushu, a Chinese short-form video format show reached 39 million live viewers, the newsletter said. Wow. As another indication of success, the report also looked at the numbers like Louis Vuitton. Recent runway shows received on Weibo 824,000, noting that it was over 6 times the numbers of likes received by previous shows, even though they occurred months back and have been able to accumulate likes over time. Well, look, people are fiending for runway shows. They want to be back at the runway shows, and if not, then hey, the closest thing is obviously watch the runway shows. I mean, this is not surprising to me. I've been speaking about this so many times, so many podcasts. Now, certainly, I'm glad that they're doing a live stream of the show. We get to see the actual items or clothing that the models and that the brand is offering for spring summer 2022 and also the future. Not only that, when we see those items, what we will be expecting is the upcoming items when the season starts or when the season comes. Now, what does this mean in the overall scheme of things? Well, it means that hey, people want to see fashion shows, not just Louis Vuitton. Could be Hermes, could be Dior, could be Gucci, could be Rick Owens, could be Raf Simons. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Tom Ford. I mean, people want to see. Not only that, China has a big population. They're probably at over 1 billion right now. They could be at 5 billion. I mean, look, it's a big country, bigger than the US of A. So, again, having to reach these numbers are not quite surprising to me. I mean, Chinese love luxury items. They love Louis Vuitton, even though they have a lot of counterfeit over there. But at the same time, they like the brand. The brand itself certainly provides luxury, and that's what a lot of Chinese put importance on. Certainly, luxury, the brand, the reputation. So, I'm not surprised. Not only that, over here in the U.S. or it could be around the world, certainly a lot of people are also watching. So it's not just China; it's also around the world. Could be the USA, could be Europe. Europe is a continent. We're talking about Britain, Paris, We could even talk about South Africa, Egypt. I mean, look, I'm just spanning all countries here. I'm not a world map here. But in any case, we are taking. Here's the thing on the article. It says Dior's pre-fall ready-to-wear 2021 show, which took place in Shanghai, came in second with 422,000 likes on Weibo livestream. So certainly people are beating for runway shows, and don't be surprised if more and more people want to see runway show on live stream. And it's going to be just like at the Victoria's Secret lingerie show, where a lot of people are going to watch it. It could be on TV, it could be on live stream, it could be anywhere, but certainly this is just the beginning of it. More and more brands are going to look at this and say, hey, we got to do this. We got to make our shows much more interesting. On to topic number 2 from retail.com. Timberland launches take back program to refurbish recycled used products. Why am I not surprised about this? I mean, Timberland should have been offering this for a long time. They make boots, real leather, long-lasting boots. I mean, leather jackets, leather bags. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Anyways, in the article, with refurbishment programs growing in popularity, Timberland has partnered with Recircled, a company focused on upcycling and take-back programs, to launch its own re-commerce program, according to Tuesday press release emailed to Retail Dive. As part of the initiative, Timberland will accept Timberland branded footwear, apparel, and accessories. These items will then be repaired or refurbished for sale on its re-commerce platform. Could also be recycled or upcycled into future products. The brand also previewed Timberloop Trekker hiker boot, which has a distinct sole construction to allow for easier recycling through Recircle. The company plans to release Timberloop Trekker shoes in spring 2020. Per the announcement, Timberland customers can return any Timberland items to its stores beginning in August, and company aims to roll out digital ship from home option later this summer. Timberland goes to have a net positive impact on nature by 2030, inclusive of this program and other initiatives, like eventually sourcing 100% of its materials through regenerative agriculture. Well, I mean, this is obvious. This should have been done a long time ago. I don't know why Timberland is doing this now. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I know Timberland is growing slowly at a very slow pace. I know the profit margin is looking great. Certainly, they got to thank hip hop for being out there. I know they were certainly a heritage, mostly known for their boots before, but certainly hip hop made their name really known out there. So they got to thank hip hop for that, especially for the 6-inch boot. So what do I think of this? I think this late than never. Certainly, I'm not happy with the fact that it took this long. This should have been obvious from a matter of repair, refurbish, or recycled or upcycled perspective. I know that there are items that are just throwaway items. Some of the items in Timberland portfolio, but in terms of their boots, in terms of their leather bags, or a lot of their high-priced items, certainly it can be refurbished, repaired, or recycled, whatever you want to call it. And this is good. Certainly they are going to sell it back, but hopefully they're not going to sell it as brand new and sell it at the same price as something that's brand new, which should not be very good. I would not like that, because that'd be really stupid. Why would I buy something that's already been used or refurbished and buy it at the same price as in new condition? No, we're not gonna have that. And so Timberland hasn't been on a lot of people's radar. I think when people think of Timberland, certainly the 6-inch boot is what they prefer to, but Timberland also make a lot of work boots that are very great. Certainly they also have the Vibram sole, very long lasting rubber sole, and I know construction workers love wearing Timberlands. and certainly the fashion world love Timberland just for the boots itself. But other than that, Timberland's also sell other items too. Hopefully Timberland can also showcase their other items other than just boots and boots and boots, because if you're only known for one thing, well, you're not really doing a great job, because that can only keep you afloat for so long. But nonetheless, with this type of program that Timberland is offering, certainly it gives the consumer more flexibility on what to do with their Timberland items, especially when they get sick and tired of it. On to topic number 3 from retail.com. Pac Sun launches gender neutral kids category. Apparel retailer Pac Sun announced Monday that it is launching a new category, Pac Sun Kids. According to a company press release, Pac Sun Kids will feature gender neutral apparel for children between ages of 4 and 14, and is available at the company's website with its wholesale partner Nordstrom and pop-ups later this year in Pac Sun LA and NYC flagship stores. The company also said it will introduce its first gender neutral brand in the fall color range, which will include a kids category. So when we put limits on what kids can wear, we're putting limits on their minds, interests, and imagination. Really? The Pac Sun website said about its new gender neutral kids collection, stressing that there are no rules or labels. Okay? The category will feature styles from partner brands including FOG, Essential Kids, Adidas, Santa Cruz, Vans, Champion, and others. The company said that the brands it has curated and launched alongside embody the ethos of gender-free dressing. I never thought, wearing clothing would live in my imagination when my parents was dressing me up for church or when going out. I mean, really? I find that statement quite ridiculous. That's just my opinion, but I absolutely find that ridiculous. When we put limits on what kids can wear, we're putting limits on their minds, interests, and imagination. And here's the thing: when you're dressing up your kid, whether it be a girl shirt or a boy shirt, it doesn't matter. You think a kid is gonna care about what he's wearing? Maybe some kids, but come on, when you're a kid, you just want to go out and play with toys or go outside or do something. But you never, even when you sleep with pajamas, do you really care? I know some kids like to wear Spider-Man pajamas or their favorite superhero, certainly, but nonetheless, it's not a priority of what kids. Now, ages to 4 to 14, I don't really have a problem with this gender neutral clothing at the age of 4 and 14. But what I do have a problem are just the statements that they are saying. Now, I think that there are a lot of clothing out there, especially for kids, are unisex. Even shoes. Shoes in general are unisex. People don't seem to understand that women can wear loafers. Women can wear Oxford. Look, list goes on and on. Women can wear pants. Kids can wear pants. Women wear tank tops. Come on, like kids wear tank tops. Let's be honest here. Just in terms of the plan itself, not a problem here. Certainly, especially with the age 4 to 14. Certainly, it's just one of those age where you don't really think about what you're wearing. Certainly, I think after the age of 15, 16, okay, then that's when you start caring. But nonetheless, it's not really. Me, I'd wear a woman's blazer or even a fur jacket. I don't really mind. Even a jean jacket. If it runs out in men's, I'll check it out in women's. I don't gotta really have a problem with that. Even wearing women's sneakers. If I like the color, why shouldn't I wear it? I like the color. So certainly, the plan itself is good. I won't be surprised if others follow. It looks like they're having partnership with Adidas, Santa Cruz, Vans, and Champion. So it's not really a problem with me. Certainly, I don't think kids these days is gonna care what they are wearing, whether it be Vans, whether it be Pac Sun, whether it be Adidas. So it is not really something that they really think about. not only that, I think most parents, especially the lower income, are not gonna buy Pac Sun. I think the price is gonna go to Target or Walmart. And if Target suddenly goes into this mode, I mean, well, good luck, Pac Sun. So it's just one of those things where I don't, when you're a kid, it doesn't really matter what you're wearing. I think in the bigger scheme of things, I mean, does it really matter? So, on the third topic, some great news from retail.com. Store closures declined for the first time in 2021. Celebration certainly for the first time in 2021, store closures have declined year over year, according to an email report from Coresight Research. The firm tracked 4,626 closures so far this year, 5.7% fewer than last year at this time. Leading retailers in closure so far is Christopher & Banks, which liquidated its physical footprint in bankruptcy this year. Under recent retail bankruptcy, Francesca closed 342 stores, a significant chunk of its footprint. Opening to date at 4,311 at 41.8%. For the same period in 2020, runway leader opening is Dollar General. Why am I not surprised? With 1,035 new stores, followed by Dollar Tree with 393 openings. Dollar General and Dollar Tree is the same thing in terms of what they offer. So this is certainly great news. Finally, the bleeding is starting to slow down, and people want to go to stores. I'm sure they're tired of online shopping, as much as online shopping is much more convenient and certainly hassle-free, but people just want to be out. They're tired of being at home. I'm tired of being at home. That's why I rather prefer going out, even before this whole China virus took over the whole world. So what does this mean overall? Well, economy is rebounding. Certainly, consumer spending are coming. More consumer spending are actually coming in, and certainly summer's here. People are going out, traveling. Certainly, the airline industry are expecting big things, and I know there's a manpower shortage or employee shortage out there because they are in the unemployment, or even just they already switched careers or something like that. But at the same time, don't be surprised if this year's Christmas shopping or even Thanksgiving shopping is going to be insane. I know it's usually insane every year, but I feel as though this is going to be more insane. More sales are coming. Hopefully the stocks will be there, the quantity will be there, because right now we have a shortage of quantities or even stock. And as you can tell, more and more, I know there's still more people, I know there's still more brands that are closing shop, but at the same time it's slowing down, and certainly a lot of these brands are changing strategies or revising their strategy depending on their financial quarters and also their future plans for the brand itself. It's not just Dollar General, it's just Dollar Tree. Just so happens that, hey, everything costs $1 over there. I mean, why am I not surprised? People didn't have jobs, people didn't have money, so they were trying to get they're trying to squeeze everything they can on the dollar. And even malls are coming back. Yes, they are redesigning malls, but malls are coming back. Certainly more brands are taking over the brands that were closed down last year, and so it's going to be great, and see what comes of it. Hopefully it stops and we start to see the rise in retail stores. And so that basically concludes this Mr. Informal Podcast 162. I hope you are listening to me from beginning to end. Hopefully I gave you some insights on the world of fashion technology, and certainly made you learn something new. And please be healthy. I hope you have a great Independence Day. And certainly please do not forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAL. And please check out my website, MRINFORMAL.com. And so this is Mr. Informal. I will see you in the next Mr. Informal Podcast. Bye-bye.